All right, so I'm back. I'm back for air signs. Give me 1 second. If they come on, Crystal, tell them I'll be right there. Oh, I'm so frustrated with this computer. I can't take it. Hey, Sunshine. Okay, so I had to install a different program in my computer. It says it wasn't being supported anymore, so that was a mess. Hey, it's only Rachel D. Hello. So, hi, everybody. Thank you for hitting the like button if you've done it already. If you haven't, shame on you. You know I want you to do that. So, anyway, as we were saying, for air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, what's going on? You might have to change your position, or what's going on? What position are you in right now? What's going on here? Pretty much just what's going on. So air signs, things that you wanted to work out in a certain way may not be going to work out the way you planned or way you thought. You know how things switch up a lot. Energy changes constantly. There are certain things coming toward air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, in a certain mannerism, so to speak. Some of it may make you feel uncomfortable because it may not be familiar. Some of it may make you feel as if you're on a roller coaster going upside down. Some of you may be feeling like you're taking pretty much a ride here. Be careful for some of you air signs, because somebody may be taking you for a ride, so to speak. There is a lot of energy shift or energy shifting. Changes definitely are occurring. There's also some disappointments for air signs, meaning that somebody is not falling into your lap the way you had thought they would. Somebody is not responding to you the way they used to. For some of you, there may be circumstantial evidence about a partner cheating, but you may not have the total proof that you need or you're looking for. Why some of you air signs will take what you know to be factual and present it to the other person as if you need to prove to them that they cheated when they're the ones who cheated, so they know what they did. You don't need to prove anything to them. Some of you air signs are allowing yourselves to be manipulated mentally, to be fooled, and to try to tell you what you know for a fact. And somebody's trying to convince you that what you know isn't true. What you know isn't real. What you know you're making up. What you know they're being falsely accused of, for some of you. For some of you. All I can say for those of you, stop playing that game. If you know they cheated, why are you still dealing with them? Why? Next, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The energy again is changing. The mood is going back and forth. For some of you, you've had enough. For some of you, you still didn't get enough evidence. You still don't have enough clarity, or you're just not ready, which is, hey, that's your choice. You're not ready to move forward. You want to stay stuck in that situation. You believe that codependency is healthy, and you believe that you can fix something for the other person. You can only fix your side of it. You cannot fix their side. You cannot change them. You cannot change their way of thinking. You cannot change their way of resolving issues or problems. And you can't make them own their own shit if they're choosing not to. That's the case closed right there. For some of you air signs, it's time to pull up a chair. So pull up a chair, come and sit with me here, and let's discuss these politics of relationships. So starting off, having the 5 of spades, the 8 of spades, and the 6 of spades. We can even switch it. So it's going to continue to progress. We're going to go from level 5 to level 6. We're going to skip 7 completely and go straight to 8. In this situation, air signs, you have a choice, because I want you to throw in this 9 that came up. I want you to put a boomerang in somewhere, preferably between the 5 and the 6. If you don't put this 9 in somewhere before you get to this 8, well, then you're going to have to deal with the Ace of Spades, which means like a tower moment. So in order to put a stop to something right now, air signs, what you need to do, you need to put yourself in front of everything. You need to put yourself as a priority. You need to put your interests or what serving you best. I don't want you to cater to somebody else's needs right now, air sign. You don't have the room to do that. There's no room right now to do that. It is very important, air signs, which is why I'm put on here to tell you. It's very important for you to take care of yourself first, to put yourself first. Whatever situation is going on in a relationship, that could be family or friends or your lovers, okay? Whichever that is that works for you. But I definitely get somebody is definitely looking to see what you're going to do next. Somebody is definitely trying to make a decision based on your behaviors, based on your responses, okay? If you respond in the same way, you can expect the same outcome. If you decide to make a change in your response, which I think some of you are working on that now. Some of you are definitely trying to get ahead of this situation. I feel like some of you are longing for some information. Let me get a stick on that. Air signs, air signs. For some of you air signs, this stick, it says that you love so hard, but they didn't. Some of you air signs have put everything that you have into this relationship. You have put all of you in. The other person did not. You have given nothing but honest behaviors. The other person did not. For some of you, you must stop self-sabotaging. You must. You must stop self-sabotaging, air signs. Last stick. Oh, okay, one of the sticks says don't let them use you, but the other one says lies, lies, and more lies. So be careful, some of you air signs, okay? That is for some of you. For some of you. Now there is others air signs, and I'm going to pull a stick for you, others that are not involved in that situation, but you are involved with somebody who is not ready to commit. Not ready to commit. But there is still love that is felt by both of you. This is the opposite now, the opposite air signs, okay? The opposite of the ones that are in a situation that they know are toxic, that they know are manipulative, they know are dealing with a narcissistic or narcissism, right? But the opposite side says that they do love you. They are wanting to be in this with you. They are working toward helping build something for some of you air signs. Now you have to know which air sign you are. You'll know if you're the one that's dealing with somebody who keeps lying, making excuses, not doing what they said they're going to do, or if you're in the relationship with somebody who shows up, calls all the time, is definitely in a lot of communication with you, definitely has your interest and needs, and they put them first. Somebody who's not selfish around you, then you know you're in a good spot. Then you know you're with the 6 of hearts, which means that you have more blessings to come. You're still building, and it's going to continue to be on a very good path. For those of you that are in that toxic situation, you have a 7 of diamonds right now, which means God is trying to put his hand in it. God's trying to help you with something, but he may help you by pulling you out of it, or he may help you by encouraging you to go forward. You have to ask yourself and listen to the answer very carefully when you do. If the answer comes very easily, then that is definitely a message that's coming from God. If it doesn't, and it's a struggle to get that answer, then you know you're thinking too hard. You got to revisit that another time. Revisit that another time. There's definitely going to be some obstacles, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. There's going to be some obstacles in front of you. There may be 5 things that create delays for you. 5 things that will create a delay for you. These things will be on purpose, but these things are for a reason. They aren't just out of the blue. I do feel like majority of you are very happy and content with the situation that you have going on right now, whether or not that is a full commitment or whether or not that is just seeing somebody on a casual basis. But I do feel like you are comfortable right now. For some of you, you are trying with the 6 of Diamonds to make some changes to a situation, or you're trying to get somebody to do more, to show more, to be more. That's true. But I think your results right now for the next 2 months will probably be a 4 of Clubs for air signs. Libras, definitely, Chi-Chi, are overthinkers, overachievers, always want things for perfection. You can be as bad as me, and even when my daughter vacuums for me, I have to re-vacuum. It wasn't good enough. So Libras definitely like things to be a certain way. They have very expensive tastes. They definitely like a lot of attention. They get jealous quick. But Libras also take the shirt off their back and they'll cut their own arm open to give you the blood if you need it. So you got to take the good and the bad when you deal with a Libra, right? You got to take the good and the bad. I am talking to you as a true Libra. All right. So for a lot of you, again, the position that you're in right now may be subject to change. However, there also may be delays that are going to come upon you. You're going to have to figure out what you're going to do during this delay, how you're going to respond to things. The energy that you put into this relationship, this situation, is going to depend on the outcome is going to result in the outcome, I should say, that you're going to get. A lot of air signs are wanting that commitment, that loyalty to come from that partner. But a lot of you have to understand, too, that if you put such a huge expectation on someone, you will set yourself up for disappointment. I guarantee you that. When you don't put an expectation on anyone but yourself, then you'll be okay. But when you put an expectation on anybody, you're always setting yourself up for a disappointment because you're the only one who can guarantee what you're going to do for you. For some of you, air signs, there's going to be obligations. There's going to be responsibilities that are going to creep up at you. Things that you're going to have to take on immediately. Things you're going to have to address quickly. The card that comes up for you guys is the Magician card. The Magician, now you know the Magician has all the tools that he needs. He has the pen, he has the pentacle, he has the wand, he has the cup, he has the sword, all right in front of him. However, the Magician right now, for air signs, your Magician is not reaching for any of these tools. They're not making any movements right now. Understand that your partner is definitely the Magician in control of what's going on. He's actually calling the shots for your relationship right now. Although he knows he's surrounded by beauty, meaning you, definitely adores you. However, he's definitely aware of his abilities and his strengths, and he's going to use his power. He's going to use the strength that he can. He's going to control things, whether he comes forward or whether he stays still. Whether he tries to say something to trigger you or does something to make you respond. He wants to see what you're going to do. He's going to test you. There's a lot of growth here to come with this relationship for air signs that you're in. If you are not in a relationship, you can expect to be in one very soon, air signs. There is an infinity symbol on the Magician. But he's definitely going and just about to make something happen. So be prepared for something to come. He also shows a lot of self-confidence, okay? So you got to make sure so do you. Sometimes this Magician can be a real jerk. Sometimes he can be kind of cruel. Sometimes he can be very egotistical. He does have a bit of a swagger about him, right? Definitely maybe dealing with somebody who is successful or making very good choices in career. there's definitely potential here for the relationship with air signs and any other sign right now, because showing the balance that air signs are bringing in. But this card definitely extremely shows self-love. So your partner right now feels very much about themselves. The flavor of the reading changes only when air signs can just kind of ignore or play off the way this magician is acting towards you. For some of you, as I said, you're dealing with the jerk of the magician, which is the inverted version. Thinking that they're just badass, that they're just so great, that they're just irresistible, that they're just priceless. You can't replace them. Yeah, okay. This person may be the one who wants to go and have a sexual escapade here and there. Afternoon delights, those kind of things, hit and runs. Be careful of this person. Be careful of the inverted one, because that one, the inverted one, is pretty much the perverted one, the one who just comes and goes as he pleases, as if he can. Only you can give him that power, or only you can take it away. For some of you, it's the High Priestess here situation, which can be a little jarring sometimes. Somebody may try to make you feel uncomfortable. Your partner may make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. They may make you feel as if something's not going to work out. Right, Anita? I get you. They may make you believe that they don't really care about you as much as you thought they did. As you become more and more of the High Priestess, you will look them directly in the eyes and call them out pretty much on their shit, and they'll either answer or they don't. For a lot of you, if you don't get the answer you're looking for, you will walk away. The rest of it's their problem. It's not on you. You're not taking on all that responsibility. It's not your job. You're not there to raise them. You're not there to support them and pay for all their bills and do everything you can for them. You're there to be a partner, a teammate. If they don't want that, then you might have to just walk away. They stand there almost as the emperor, very tough, very strong, very, very dominant. They have like this coat of armor that protects them from many things, so they think. They think they're infallible. You can't hurt them. No matter what you do, you can't hurt them. I'm not going to tell you. If you could, they're not going to tell you that. A lot of you are dealing with the Hermit situation. This Hermit card is either about you or about them. It's not so much about being lonely. However, there's a big difference, like I said before, about being alone or being lonely. If you can be with a partner all day and night long and still feel alone. The light that the Hermit holds in his hand is only enough for him to see. He's not lighting the whole entire way for everyone. It's only enough so that he can be in this small little area. So if you're confining yourself, if you're staying limited, yes, with the social distancing, I get it, but I'm talking about in general, not even wanting to talk on the phone to people, not wanting to converse with people, not wanting to do anything other than be by yourself and drown yourself in sorrow and tears. Don't do that. Don't do that. A lot of you are dealing also soon with the Death card. And the Death card is not only going to talk about somebody leaving or something ending, but it's definitely about changes. So like I said in the very beginning, air signs, there are big changes coming. If you're wondering about your position in a certain situation, if you're worrying about your position in a certain situation with certain people, then just know that things are going to change. They may not change in the way you expect them to. You may be involved with somebody. It might be an ex even. You might be involved with somebody new even. But whoever you're involved with, just know there's going to be some behavior changes coming. You're going to recognize them. People are getting a little bit nervous right now. They're getting a little bit unsure. Okay. They're also feeling like, okay, wow, this is close. This could be just like the end. The Bible said this, the Bible said that. A lot of people are getting overwhelmed with everything that's going on around them and allowing them to make different choices than they would have before. So be really careful with your words. Remember, certain things that you say, you cannot take back. No matter how many times you say you're sorry, once they're spoken, they're heard and they're ingested by whoever you said them to. So be very careful about that. Yeah, Anita, I get that's some bullshit. I get it. A lot of you have definitely been dealing with on and off situations for many, many years. A lot of you have been waiting for that licking a promise that never came, so to speak. Meaning somebody kept telling you they're going to do something, kept saying they're going to do something, enforced it even, but yet never did anything. A lot of you have waited hoping that somebody was going to walk away from another situation and come towards you, and that still hasn't happened. A lot of you are definitely giving somebody more credit than they deserve. So be really careful in your situation. A lot of you have been brokenhearted, but if the person is still not there anymore, don't allow them to keep renting space in your head and making you crazy. They don't deserve all that. Why are you allowing them to still have that pleasure to try to defeat you or destroy you? That's good, Shaquana. Hey, Renee, I'm glad you did too. It is very difficult sometimes to make the choices that you know are right, but it's usually the choice that hurts the most is the one you're supposed to make. So if that helps, that may be the answer that you are looking for. Just remember, if it is meant to be, no matter what you do, it will be. If it is meant to be, no matter what you do, it will be. And if it's not meant to be and they walk away, let them go. Later on, they will regret the choices and decisions that they made. They may not show that they're regretting them right away, but down the line, they're going to look back and see you at some point and realize that, you know what, damn, I really messed up and I can't even fix it. I ruined everything. So, you know, some of you definitely have to take a second look. A lot of you have been in third-party situations, air signs, a lot of you, because you are so vulnerable to want to help, to want to make things work. So my prayers go out to all air signs. Keep your strength. Put yourself first. Prioritize. Get things in order. Understand right now the position that you're in is compromised. The position that you're in is being pushed against a wall. Right now you're back and you're left with God and your faith. So lean on that. Lean on God. Whatever you can't handle, put it up to him. Ask him to handle it for you. He will help you to find the way that you need to go. No, this is not a religious study. However, I am a firm believer in God and know that without him, we can't do anything. We can't succeed anywhere. So no matter what you do, I don't care what schooling you have, what education you have, that's not the answer. That's not the answer. So everybody be safe, okay? Stay strong. I will be back in a little while. I have a couple readings to do. If you want to do some Q&As tonight or a mini read, you know what it is, $30, $100, or even the magic sticks, okay? But make sure you put a comment in your payment so I know if it's for 3 sticks, so I know if it's for 1 question, or so I know if it's for a mini read. So let's see where we are, and I'll be back in a little bit. Go ahead and get in line. I'll make sure I have a list right in front of me of who's first, and we'll go from there. So I'll see you all in just a little bit. Hey, Alba.